This is the Olympus EM1 Mark II. It has some amazing features, really good shooting capabilities. I think it is still an excellent camera for today. In this video, I want to discuss the reasons why this Olympus EM1 Mark II is the best value professional grade micro four thirds camera you can buy today. Let's do this! This Olympus EM1 Mark II was launched in the year 2016. That's almost 10 years ago. Today in the used market, you can find one easily in a good condition for about $500 to $600 US. And that is a steal. This EM1 Mark II, back in the day, it was the flagship level, it was the professional grade, it was the best of the best that Olympus could offer. I still think it is an excellent camera for today. It performs incredibly well, it delivers fantastic results. I still use this Olympus EM1 Mark II as my main workhorse today for my professional shoots. I did a job for shooting the largest arts festival in Malaysia. This was the Yayasan SIMW Arts Festival. I used this Olympus EM1 Mark II. Let's take a look at some shots taken with this camera. Here are the reasons why I think this Olympus EM1 Mark II is still such a great camera even for today in 2026. Number one, handling. I personally think that this EM1 Mark II has one of the best handling any cameras could ever have. You just have to try this camera in your hands. It fits my hands so perfectly. It is so comfortable to hold. It is like Olympus has refined the camera's handling over the years, and this was the almost perfect handling that could come up with. Every time I use this camera, it just feels right. It feels so good and so reassuring. Number two, build quality. The EM1 Mark II, like any flagship level cameras from Olympus, was made from magnesium alloy body. It is very robust, it is built like a tank, it is really solid, and it's something that just inspires confidence when you hold this camera. You know that you can bash open someone's skull with this camera, especially those full-frame trolls. You can just bash the skull open with this camera, and yet you wouldn't even dent this EM1 Mark II. Reason number three, weather sealing. Having a full weather sealed camera body, it allows me to do more with this EM1 Mark II. Sometimes when shooting outdoor, and here in Malaysia, it rains so much during my event coverage jobs. I can't just tell my clients, oh, it's raining, I can't shoot anymore. Because the camera is weather sealed, it allows me to continue to do my job and hey, get paid as a photographer. It gives me the peace of mind that my camera and lenses, they are weather sealed. Reason number four, 5-axis image stabilization. Perhaps this is an underrated feature that a lot of people do not talk about, or they underestimated the importance of having image stabilization in a camera, especially a really powerful one. You have no idea how many times the 5-axis image stabilization in this EM1 Mark II has saved my life. In very dark situations, I can just lower down my ISO, slow down my shutter speeds, and trust the 5-axis image stabilization to get the shots. And this definitely allows me to do more and not having to worry about high ISO noise or image degradation that, you know, micro four thirds doesn't have a very large sensor. And yes, the 5-axis image stabilization was there to boost my confidence in nailing the shot. It steadies my shot and makes sure that I got my images tag sharp. Reason number 5, fast and reliable autofocus. This is perhaps the reason why I don't use the OM1 as my main workhorse, although I have the OM1 with me, and that OM1 has been downgraded as a backup secondary camera for my professional shoots. The autofocus in this EM1 Mark II, especially the single autofocus, which I use the most for my photography, it just works so well. It is super reliable. It focuses very fast and confidently, nailing the shot one after another. Even in very dimly lit situations, the autofocus has not failed me yet in the past 10 years. It just got the shots so confidently. This is one of the cameras that I can really trust to get the shots when it comes to autofocus. Reason number 6, dual card slots. I think for professional shooters, having dual card slots is very important. Basically, you want to use it for redundancy. You want to back up your images in case something happens to one card, it gets corrupted. Hey, SD card failure is something very common. It does happen. So having 2 cards shooting the same images, I think it gives you the peace of mind, and having that peace of mind allows you to perform better as a photographer. There are also times when I need to deliver images instantly to my clients, especially this particular shoot, the Yayasan Saim Dalby Arts Festival. So I shot one card in RAW and the other card in JPEG, and I actually keep giving the JPEG card to my clients in every 1 to 2 hours for them to pick up the images and to upload straight to Instagram or whatever social media or website that they are using. Reason number 7, sufficient image quality. This image sensor from the EM1 Mark II may be almost 10 years old, but the 20 megapixels micro four thirds sensor from back in the day, it can still hold its own against the newer micro four thirds sensors in the latest flagship cameras from OM System and Panasonic. I'll say this image sensor in the EM1 Mark II can perform just as well as all these newer cameras from today. Looking at the image quality I get from this EM1 Mark II, I'm always very satisfied with it. I love the color rendering. I love the dynamic range. It's more than sufficient for my needs. The high ISO performance may not be the best when it comes to any cameras that you can get from today. You can compare it directly, but it's still good enough for my work. My clients never complain about high ISO noise. And 20 megapixels resolution may not be sufficient for today. I admit it. I wish I have more resolution to work with, but for what I do, event coverage, portraits, wedding, lifestyle products, all these things that I should stage, music, concerts, 20 megapixels is sufficient. I have considered getting some of the newer micro four thirds flagship cameras from today. For example, the Panasonic GH7 or the G9 Mark II. But have you seen the size of those things? They are monstrous. If I'm okay using something so large and heavy, and it's even bigger and heavier than full frame mirrorless cameras out there, why don't I just use full frame? It just defeats the purpose of using micro four thirds. A lot of people will be quick to point out that, oh, but the GH7 and the G9 Mark II, they have advanced capable video shooting features. You know, you can do a lot of serious video work with those cameras. But the truth is, I'm not a videographer. Those video features, they are useless to me. I am a photographer. So the Panasonic options, they are out of the window. And then there is the OM1 Mark II, which is just a tiny upgrade from the OM1. It's practically the same camera, and I was never happy with the OM1 because of the autofocus problems that I've encountered. If you're not familiar with that, easily search my old OM1 videos. I've talked about this many times, and they haven't fixed that problem. So what's the point of me going OM1 Mark II since I already have the OM1 and I'm not happy with it? This EM1 Mark II, it delivers very similar results with the OM1. Basically, it's the same image output anyway. I'm very happy with what I get from this EM1 Mark II. In terms of performance, it has been so reliable. It has never failed me. It has consistently delivered fantastic results over the years, right? So I genuinely think that this EM1 Mark II, even for today, is such an excellent camera. So this is truly the best value professional grade micro four thirds camera you can get now in 2026. That's all I have to share about why I still use this Olympus EM1 Mark II. It's my main professional workhorse for today. Do you agree with my thoughts? Please share your opinion in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you found my sharing beneficial, if you've enjoyed looking at my photographs, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Or you can contribute directly to my PayPal. Links in the description below on how you can do any of that. Any small contribution goes a long way, will definitely help me to continue making more content. Until the next one, please go out and take more photographs. Bye-bye!